Women understand this very well about men. A way to a man's heart is through his belly, man. Matter of fact, they only sought the Messiah because he fed them with the bread, man. Let me get that. Okay. Let's go to John chapter 6, man. John chapter 6. See, your mind can be destitute of judgment when you got a hungry belly, man. John 9 and 6, man, that was the case with Esau. John chapter 6, start at verse 25. And when they had found him on the other side of the sea, they said unto him, Rabbi, when camest thou hither? Yahushua answered them and said, Verily, verily, I say unto you, ye seek me not because ye saw the miracles, but because ye did eat of the loaves and were filled. You see this, man? Listen, man, they only came around for the food, man. They only came around for the gift. For the gift that destroys the heart and fills the belly. You know what I'm saying? A gift destroys the heart that fills the belly. You understand? So they wanted some more bread from the Messiah, man. That's why they came, man. That's why they showed up. It was like, man, that bread was good, brother. Hey, man, you going to the cookout? Hey, you going to the? See, some people go to church because they hear about there's gonna be some food after the church. There's gonna be a get together. They're gonna have all kind of food, and you know what? The church might even pay for it. So they heard about that. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna get me a free meal this weekend on Sunday. I'm gonna show up at church. I ain't been to church in a long time, but I heard there was gonna be some food. All right. So you know, I'm gonna go to church. You know what I'm gonna talk to people I ain't seen in a long time. You know, be like, you know, acting all cool and buddy, and you know what I'm saying, but show some love. But I'm really there because I want that food. That's what they went, man. Go ahead and throw a cookout. Watch how many black people show up. Facts, man. You got a Facebook or Instagram. You got all your family and friends on your Facebook, your Instagram, your TikTok, whatever. You make a post on there, and you say, blah, 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 this weekend, fish fry with some bread, right? Beef patties with the cocoa bread. You know what I'm talking about? Watch them, they gonna show up, man. You know you're gonna have family, you probably gonna have cousins show up you ain't seen in a long time. Because the gift destroys the heart, man. Everybody is a friend to somebody who could give them a gift. Especially one that fills the belly. Okay? That's facts, man. Okay? Have a cookout and see what happens. Throw a cookout, man. Matter of fact, do a split test. You could do a split test. You could make a post saying, hey, this weekend we're going to have a family reunion. Matter of fact, put it a month out from now. Put a post on your Facebook, family reunion, on this particular weekend, right? Say everything that's gonna go down, right? Say where it's gonna be, what time, all of that good stuff. But make sure you say there ain't gonna be no food. Tell them that you gotta bring. Tell them to bring their own beer and they gotta bring their own food, right? Then you can do another split test after the fact that you already did the one, and you already had people show up at that particular family reunion. After that, you set up another post, right? And let that one be a month out from now, and make sure you repost every week to remind them. Now this particular post, you say we're gonna have another family reunion, right? Make sure you say in this post that we gonna have food. Tell them you're gonna have all kinds of food. Matter of fact, put some shrimp and some pork chops and all of that good stuff that they like to eat. Put all of that on the post and say we're gonna have all of those kinds of foods at the family reunion, right? Now judge for yourself. See who showed up for the family reunion that didn't have food, and see who showed up for the family reunion that did have food. I guarantee you the one that had food, people gonna show up more for. That's facts, bro. That is facts. People want to show up anywhere where there's food. Food is the motivating factor for a whole lot of things, man. That is the gift that destroys the heart and fills the belly. Listen, man, if you can fill the stomach, you can bribe people into getting them to do what you want them to do. Facts, man. Facts. You know, they will compromise. See, this is the problem. This is something that the elite understand this, man. Put you to a low point so you can sell out and take the mark of the beast. They want to bring people to their knees first. Bring them down to a real lower state. Destroy the middle class. So that now they can bribe them for a better life. But now what they got to do is take that mark of the beast. Take that mark of the beast and you will be restored. Comfort will be returned back to you, man. Comfort and pleasure will be yours. They lying to you when they say that, though. You know they lying. This is the danger of a gift that destroys the heart, man. And those who take gift for reward. Take money, monetary gain. Seeking for a promotion. Right? Giving sexual favors on a job for promotion. A gift that destroys the heart, right? Wicked. Wicked, man. Okay. So yeah, man. Where was I? John 6, verse 26. Yahweh Shai answered them and said, Verily, verily, I say unto you, ye seek me not, because ye saw the miracles, but because ye did eat of the loaves and were filled. You were filled, man. You got your food in. You were foodie. You were a foodie. That's why you showed up to where Messiah was, because you was hungry. The Messiah replied, labor not for the meat which perisheth, right? But for that meat which endureth unto everlasting life, for which the Son of Man shall give unto you. For him hath God the Father sealed. Right? He's sealed. He was kept hidden from being revealed. See, many people didn't understand that he was the Messiah, man. They thought he was Elijah, one of the prophets. And it wasn't a hard thing for them to believe that, because Elijah was doing miracles in the book of Kings before the Messiah showed up. Right? So they just They just said, oh, he Elijah. He one of the prophets. See, they didn't regard time. They didn't regard the prophecies. Okay? All right, I'm going to close out. One more precept here. Go to John 5, verse 44. John 5, verse 44. How can ye believe which receive honor one of another? Right, honor. Honor, prestige, reputation. And seek not the honor that cometh from the Most High only. Right? So if they receive honor one from another, they've already got their reward. Right? That's why he said the scribes and Pharisees, they do things to be seen of men. Surely they got their reward already, man. So if they honor one another, they already have the reward, man. Which is another gift that destroys the heart. Alright, with that, I'm going to say peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. All praise, glory, honor, and thanksgiving to Yahweh, Hashem HaMashiach Yahushua. Shalom.